Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel Valuable Coins History. If you're into coin collecting or just curious about the hidden value of the coins in your pocket, you're in for a treat. Top 2 first up today. We're diving into a 2010 Australian 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II and what it could be worth in today's collector market. This isn't just your regular change. Believe it or not, some of these coins are selling for far more than face value, especially if they're in excellent condition. Today, we'll break down what makes this coin special, what collectors are paying for it, and how to know if you have a valuable one. So, let's start with the basics. The 2010 Australian 50-cent coin is part of the standard circulating currency and features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side. This is the Ian Rank Broadley design, used in Australian coinage since 1999. On the reverse side, it features the iconic Australian coat of arms, the kangaroo and emu supporting a shield with various symbols representing Australia's states. This design was first introduced in 1966 and has become one of the most recognizable coin designs in the country. Now, you might think because this coin is relatively recent from 2010, it wouldn't hold much value. But you'd be surprised. Value in numismatics isn't just about age, it's about rarity, condition, and demand. Let's talk about mintages. In 2010, the Royal Australian Mint struck around 22 million 50-cent coins. That's a decent number, but here's where things get interesting. Not all of these coins have survived in excellent condition, especially not in what's called extra fine or better. Extra fine, or XF condition, means the coin has light wear but all major features are sharp and clean. It's a sought-after grade among collectors, especially for coins that were used in circulation. Collectors today are paying attention to coins from the Elizabeth II era, especially as her portrait has now changed post-2022, following her passing. Coins bearing her likeness are increasing in collectability and sentimental value. The 2010 50-cent coin isn't considered rare in general, but finding one in extra fine or uncirculated condition is not so common. These well-preserved pieces are getting picked up by collectors fast. So, what's the coin worth? A standard circulated version might still go for just face value, 50 cents, or maybe a bit more. But in extra fine condition, you could be looking at $3 to 10 Australian dollars, depending on demand and how well the coin has been preserved. And that's just the beginning. If you happen to have a coin that's in mint state condition, MS60 or higher, with no wear and strong luster, you might fetch $15 to even 30 Australian dollars on the right auction platform. Check sites like eBay, Gumtree, and coin forums. People are listing these coins and actually getting sales. Some have gone for even higher, especially if they're graded by third-party services like PeaceGS or NGC. Now, let's talk about error coins. These are coins that have minting mistakes, off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets. A 2010 50-cent coin with one of these errors can spike in value dramatically. One documented example of a 2010 50-cent error coin sold for over 100 Australian dollars because of a dramatic off-center strike. That's 200 times face value. To check if your coin is valuable, grab a magnifying glass and a good light. Look for any errors or signs of extremely high preservation, no scratches, full details on the coat of arms, and strong rim edges. Also, compare your coin to images from grading websites. The more details are visible and sharp, the better your coin ranks in terms of quality and value. You should also weigh your coin. The standard weight for a 2010 50-cent piece is 15.55 grams. If your coin is drastically under or overweight, it might be an error, or something even rarer. Storage matters too. If you're hoping to preserve or resell your coin, keep it in a 2x2 flip, capsule, or a non-PVC plastic sleeve. Humidity, scratching, and oils from your fingers can all lower a coin's grade. Now, let's talk about investment. Is the 2010 50-cent coin a good buy? If you can grab a roll of them in uncirculated condition or a graded piece, it's a low-risk, slow-burn investment with historical value. The coin collecting market in Australia is growing, and coins from Queen Elizabeth's reign are expected to increase in value over time, especially as the Royal Mint shifts fully to King Charles III designs. There's also international interest. Queen Elizabeth coins are collected worldwide, especially in Commonwealth countries. Selling globally opens up your chances to get a better price. So check your change. You might already be holding on to something worth more than you think. The 2010 50-cent coin is one of those everyday treasures that's quietly building value. If you have a 2010 coin in extra fine condition, clean surfaces, sharp detail, no major nicks or dings, you're sitting on a coin that's likely already worth several times its face value, and possibly more in the near future. Next, your trusted spot for coin collecting, numismatic news, and hidden treasures in your pocket change. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future finds. Narrator. Today, we're diving into a unique and fascinating coin that's been gaining attention among collectors, the 2014 Australian 50-cent coin featuring the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Narrator. This coin is part of the regular circulating currency of Australia, minted by the Royal Australian Mint. But not every coin is created equal, especially when it comes to condition and rarity. Narrator. The 2014 50-cent coin is dodecagonal in shape, yes, 12 sides, and made from copper nickel, weighing in at 15.55 grams. It has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters. Narrator. On the obverse, it features a regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. Her initials IRB can be seen just below the neck. Narrator. The reverse side carries the classic Australian coat of arms, including the kangaroo and emu, surrounding a central shield. This design has been in use since 1966. Narrator. In 2014, the Royal Australian Mint produced over 22 million of these coins. But here's where things get interesting. While that number sounds high, condition and strike quality vary greatly. Narrator. When we talk about extra fine condition, or XF, we're talking about coins that show only slight wear on the highest points of the design, with nearly all the details still sharp and visible. Narrator. To identify an extra fine 2014 50-cent coin, look for clean surfaces, minimal scratches, and strong detail in the Queen's hair and the fine lines of the coat of arms. Narrator. Why is there a demand for this particular coin in extra fine condition? It's a mix of nostalgia, low survival rates in top grades, and the popularity of commemorative issues around 2014. Narrator. So, how much is a 2014 50-cent coin worth today? In circulated condition, it might fetch face value. But in extra fine condition, or better, you're looking at anywhere from $2 to $10 Australian dollars, depending on the buyer. Narrator. Coins pulled from mint or proof sets tend to have higher values, sometimes upwards of $15 or more, especially if flawless. Narrator. To truly maximize value, you might consider having your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A coin graded MS, 65 or higher can dramatically increase in market value. Narrator. On eBay and other marketplaces, we've seen XF 2014 50-cent coins sell consistently around $5 to $7 Australian dollars, and some slabbed coins list for even more. Narrator. While it's not a rare coin, its long-term value could appreciate thanks to Queen Elizabeth II's legacy and the continued rise in demand for modern Australian numismatics. Narrator. Watch for common issues like scratches, dulling, or discoloration. These can greatly reduce collector interest and value. Narrator. If you've got one in good shape, store it properly in a plastic 2x2 flip or an airtight capsule to preserve that sharp detail and lustrous surface. Narrator. Although counterfeits are rare for this specific coin, always inspect edge details and wait if something feels off. Stick to reputable dealers. Narrator. With Queen Elizabeth II's passing, her portrait coins have surged in collector interest. The 2014 coin marks a solid point in that timeline. Narrator. With King Charles III coins now entering circulation, coins with Elizabeth II will become increasingly sought after in higher grades. Narrator. Check your change for 2014 50-cent coins and others from the early 2010s. Many have growing collector followings and potential upside. Narrator. Roll hunting at banks or checking flea markets can sometimes yield hidden gems. Just remember to check condition carefully. Narrator. If you've got a shiny 2014 50-cent piece in XF or better, don't spend it just yet. It might be worth more than you think. Narrator. Comment below if you've found one of these coins, or tell us what hidden treasure you've recently come across. We love hearing your stories. Narrator. So, that's the story of the 2014 Australian 50-cent coin, an everyday piece with surprising value when in top condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keep your eyes peeled. Narrator. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video with a fellow coin hunter. Until next time, happy collecting!